This last week has been all about the children, well, mostly. One of the VPWA volunteers is teaching at a school in Sapé-Man. Alex, who is a complete natural in the classroom, has promised to give us an interview, so we duly head out to capture him in action.
What would you say to other people who are thinking they might want to volunteer?
I'd do it. I think it'd be I can guarantee you a brilliant time, and I think it'd be a great experience and great fun.
This was my first visit to a Ghanaian school, and I'm intrigued as to how the children will respond to the Obrunis, which is the Ghanaian word for white person. I needn't have worried, the children were delighted to see us. When I entered the classroom, Alex introduced me to the children. Their response? Well, they immediately stood up and sang the following.
Good morning, Madam Sarah.
And one more time.
Good morning, Madam Sarah.
Ah, finally some respect. I'm completely impressed at this point, and even if the children then turned into raving monsters, I'd have still thought they were great. Once I'd completed the interview with Alex, I wandered through the school taking footage in each of the classes. The babes were really not sure about the Obruni with the camera, but with a little coaxing I managed to get a smile. The 4- and 5-year-olds were hard at learning the alphabet when I arrived. It's mandatory for children to learn English in school, although school is the only time they speak it. At home they revert to their native language. The teacher moved into nursery rhymes, and you could tell this was the favourite part of the lesson, and generally ended in free expression. Education is still a luxury for some of the children, especially in the rural areas of Ghana. And for the girls it's especially hard because it's quite often that they will not go on to higher education. If the parents do have any money to send children to school, it will always be the boys that get the opportunity. I asked one of the pupils how important she thought education was, with surprising results.
Yes, girls need to be educated very well a lot.
Why?
Because they are the future leaders, and then they have to improve and make the country grow. So they must be educated a lot.
By the time I finished, I was completely hooked, and it was with real reluctance that I moved on to my next film assignment. I'd previously shot some footage with the microfinance women, and this time I was back to get an interview with one of the volunteers. And this we did on location. Hannah has been working with VPWA for 4 months, and mostly on the microfinance project. And she is currently working alongside Matilda, who owns and runs a shop in Fise.
Why a volunteer partnership for West Africa?
Well, I looked through because there's just so many you can volunteer with these days. But I really like the fact that it was started out by our Ghanaian wanting to make a difference in Ghana, and just the kind of the projects that you are just, we're not cut off from, on the volunteers on our own somewhere really sheltered, but I'm right here in the situation, and that's what I really wanted to be, really kind of get stuck in, and that's the impression I got from VPWA, and that's what I've definitely had.
My final task of the day is to shoot young mothers and children. This is to highlight a certain aspect of one of the videos that I'm putting together. The mothers need to be poor and unhappy, definitely no smiling. Shouldn't be too tall a task in a third world developing country. Okay, Hayford, I give up. Where can I find unhappy people in Ghana? Before I sign off, I'd like to give you a taste of the Ghanaian roads and the traffic. So, enough said really. I'll let you draw your own conclusions.